the match. But welcome back from yesterday. It's a fresh start. We tell the story and look forward to Friday as Uganda and Guinea take each other on. My name is Julie Nantaba Musisi, and I am with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono on UBC TV at Good Morning Uganda. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni had committed a sum of 1.2 billion shillings per win to the Uganda Cranes team in the CHAN 2024 competition. And Uganda happens to be in Group C that has 5 nations and was supposed to play group games, which in case it had won all of them, we have lost one so far, it would have been a 4.8 billion total to the squad. However, right now we are looking at about 3.6 billion. Still hopeful to at least win the rest of the games. But looking into a bit of the other update that we have, Kampala City Council Authority is in the process of compensating persons affected during the 2024 Chitezi landfill garbage slide. 10th August will make a 1-year anniversary since this unfortunate incident took place. But the structural integrity of 70 flood affected households has been analyzed, awaiting valuation, and the KCCA executive Director Sharifa Bozeki has confirmed that 18 households whose properties were destroyed during emergency evacuations have been compensated. She says land has been procured in PG to establish a modern waste facility. Good morning, Uganda. Good morning, Robert.
Hello, good morning to you, Julie, and of course our viewer. Thank you very much for waking up with us this lovely morning. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, and very excited when I hear that land has been procured in PG, Julie, because garbage management has become a problem in Kampala.
Right.
And it speaks much regarding our hygiene. But I'm also excited over the milestone in science made at, that is at the Molago Specialized Women Hospital, where at least now women that cannot have natural ways of giving birth or conceiving, now we had a breakthrough in IVF services in the country. Now it can be done in our hospital. Here it has been done, and of course that is very good news for many mothers there, for many women there that have longed, for couples out there wanted to have children and they are not able to have the children.
Right, thank you very much, Robert. On that note, take us through what we have on the local scene today.
Local scene, let me begin with the occasion of Uganda's Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations opening game. Forgive me. Uganda fans were treated to enjoyment as they boarded Uganda Railways Corporation train to travel for the game in Nambole. The game was an encounter between Uganda and Algeria in the ongoing CHAN tournament. At around 3 p.m., excited fans were at the Uganda Railways station headquarters to board the special train to Nambole. The atmosphere was electric as they chanted, danced, and waved flags in support of Uganda Cranes. Aboard the train, the mood was festive. Supporters sang and cheered, celebrating their team before the match. As the third train carrier made its final journey to Nambole, passengers appreciated the Uganda Railways Corporation initiative. They praised the reliability and comfort of the train as the major booster for sports and public transport in Uganda. But some fans raised concern over the availability and pricing of the match tickets. They say it was difficult to access the tickets. Uganda Railways Corporation spokesperson John Sengendo told the media, highlighting the strong relationship between the Uganda Railways Corporation and the national sporting events. He emphasized that more than 3,000 Ugandans used the train service yesterday. By the time the last train left the station, large crowds were still arriving to catch their ride to the stadium. Security remained tight throughout, with both Uganda Railways Corporation and local authorities ensuring security of funds. The National Resistance Movement Election Dispute Tribunal, established by President Yoweri Museveni to hear complaints from party members has been working diligently to resolve disputes arising from the party primaries. Starting today, the tribunal will be giving out its ruling on various cases. Several ministers and party members have appeared before the NRM Electoral Tribunal to respond to allegations of election malpractices. Right Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, the first Deputy Prime Minister, represented by her lawyers, faced off with Ngobi Nyot, who alleged that Kadaga's victory in the Kamuli Woman MP seat was marked by irregularities. The third Deputy Prime Minister, Rukia Nakadama, faced allegations of election malpractice in Mayuge Women Member of Parliament seat, with the Ngobi Susan representing evidence to support her claim. The Minister Hanifa Kawoya, the Minister of State for Health, was questioned on allegations of election malpractices in the Maogola East constituency, with Wilberforce Begumisa claiming that Kawoya's victory was invalid. Chris Bariomosi, the Minister for Information and National Guidance, also was petitioned over his victory in Kinkizi East constituency. Minister Bright Rabirama from Isingiro North was accused of voter bribery by Kasisi Baka and seeks nullification of the results. Kampala Capital City Authority will, in the financial year 2025-2026, prioritize waste management, flooding, and improving the livelihood of city dwellers. The Executive Director Sharifa Buzeki told the media in Kampala that 95% of major bridges and Nakawa railway crossing have been completed. In the financial year 2024-2025, KCCA constructed roads and connected communities after rehabilitating over 70 kilometers of city roads. The rehabilitated roads include Old Mubende Road, Wamala Road, and Suna 1 Road under KCRRP and GKMA and UDP projects. KCCA plans to complete 47.7 kilometers of new drainage improvements across 98 parishes. KCCA's Executive Director noted that KCCA has built 59 new public toilets, 33 of these in public schools and 26 in public areas. KCCA has renovated 684 children, KCCA has removed 684 children off the streets who have been rehabilitated and reunited with their families and are receiving education from 4 government schools in Napak. Wow, that brings us to the end of our local stories. Julie, international.
All right, thank you very much, Robert. And looking at what is on the international scene, Brazil's Supreme Court yesterday ordered the house arrest of former President Jair Bolsonaro on trial for allegedly masterminding a coup plot to remain in office despite his defeat in the 2022 election, a case that has gripped the South American country as it faces a trade war with the Trump administration. Justice Alexandra de Moraes, who oversees the case against Bolsonaro before the top court, said in his decision that the 70-year-old former president had violated precautionary measures imposed on him by posting content on the social media channels of his 3 lawmaker sons. The trial of the far-right leader is receiving renewed attention after U.S. President Donald Trump directly tied a 50% tariff on imported Brazilian goods to his allies' judicial situation. Trump has called the proceedings a witch hunt, triggering nationalistic reactions from leaders of all branches of power in Brazil, including President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Now, a zoo in Denmark has appealed to the public to donate their healthy, unwanted pets as part of a unique effort to provide food for its predators. Aalborg Zoo has asked for donations of live chickens, rabbits, guinea pigs, which it says are gently euthanized, are gently euthanized by trained staff. The zoo also accepts donations of live horses, with owners able to benefit from a potential tax break. Posting on Instagram, the zoo explains it has a responsibility to imitate the natural food chain of the animals, and smaller livestock make up an important part of the diet of our predators. The zoo says the food provided in this way is reminiscent of what it would naturally hunt in the wild, and that this is especially true for Eurasian lynx. Other predators being kept at the zoo include lions and tigers. The small animals can be donated on weekdays with no more than 4 at a time without an appointment. On its website, underneath a picture of a tiger devouring a piece of meat, Aalborg Zoo lays out the conditions for donating horses. Now that's not so fun to look at. But especially if you love animals, it's not the best
But it's feeding.
image. But yeah, it's feeding. And I understand where you're coming from, Robert. Coming back to the motherland, a white South African farm worker accused of killing 2 black women says he was forced to feed their bodies to pigs. And this is according to lawyers. Adrian DeWitt is one of 3 men facing murder charges after Maria Makgato, 45 years, and Lucia Ndlovu, who is 34, were killed while allegedly looking for food on a farm near Polokwane in South Africa's northern Limpopo province last year. Their bodies were then alleged to have been given to the pigs in an apparent attempt to dispose of evidence. Mr. DeWitt, who is 20 years, turned state witness when the trial started on Monday, and says farm owner Zechariah Johans Olivia shot and killed the 2 women. Miss Makgato and Miss Ndlovu were searching for soon-to-expire dairy products which had been left for pigs when they were killed. Mr. DeWitt, a supervisor on the farm, will testify that he was under duress when he was forced to throw their bodies into the pig enclosure, according to both the prosecution and his lawyer. If the court accepts his testimony, all charges against him will be dropped. The case has sparked outrage across South Africa, exacerbating racial tensions in the country. Wow, stories that never cease to end, but also never cease to shock you.
In this day and age.
In this day and age, can you imagine? Anyways, what do we have on, in the dailies today?
Wow, quite interesting stories there. And I'll begin with the New Vision this morning. Now, 2026 NRM unveils top organ roadmap. What is in the roadmap? The New Vision has that for you. We see Uganda, South Sudan strengthen military ties. And priest, driver arrested over teen's death. Now also Katurebe's sons clash as tribunal amends cause list. Still, injectable ARV proves effectiveness. I think there's so much happening, breakthroughs in HIV/AIDS treatment, management.
All right.
And also we have Citizens Manifesto, education, that is fees, infrastructure, top concern. Now allow me go to the Daily Monitor. Now in the Daily Monitor, on top there, over 70 artists sent away from General Saleh's home in Guru. Still, there are tenders for you there. That is Life Water International in URA, Ekumi, Uganda, and so many. Just know if you can be able to win and supply whatever is there. Ugandans under state surveillance. Who are those? Well, the Daily Monitor has the details to that story. The personal information, centralized data. Okay, now we also have the lizard here. Over 70 artists sent away from Saleh's home, General Salim Saleh's home. And the lizard, don't they know that General doesn't like their music?
Oh wow, savage.
And with that, why not end it at that? And please drive us all the way to Kenya and Tanzania.
Surely, indeed, in Tanzania. Oh, well, all right. Let's start with the Daily Nation. The Daily Nation, the headline there is State House spy, software dealer's passport revoked. That is the headline there. And a controversy, immigration. PS Belio Kipsang denies a red alert has been issued. And still in the Daily Nation, tycoons buy into 45 billion shilling driving licenses contractor. And in the Daily Nation, still looking at matters health. In there is SHIF, as in SHIF, abandons failed system after uproar. Also looking at a music festival, children singing games excite audience at Fete. And matters politics, third force presents big test for Ruto, Gachagua. And at the top right there of the Daily Nation, ruling on Kenyan children sired by British soldiers to open Pandora's box. Now heading to the Citizen, the headline there in the Citizen, Rostam wants clear investment policy to empower locals. That is a headline in the Citizen. And police step up efforts to curb border accidents. Still in the Citizen, facing the same issues as we face here in Uganda. And also how CCM members voted parliamentary and civic primaries. And matters football, Zanzibar hosts first CHAN match in Isles. Also there below in the Citizen, experts call for action to bridge regional economic divide. All of that in the Citizen, and that also wraps it for what we have in the dailies today. Get yourself a copy to read more of what has been written in the dailies today. For now, let's have a short break with some music. Here is Leona Lewis with Callum Scott. You Are the Reason is the song. Good morning.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now.
There goes my mind erasing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now.
I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean
Just to be with you and fix what I've broken.
or 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Now, Uganda, the host nation, aimed to break the CHAN group curse, but alas, the North Africa Giants showed off, especially in the last 10 minutes, when they decided to end the match with three goals leading Uganda, and Uganda having lost to the African Giants. That is the North Africa Giants of Algeria 0. And the Algerians having won with 3. But aside the sad start, I love the fact that Ugandans are such a happy nation, happy people. We're known for that as happy people. And I believe that the morning is starting off on a fresh note. And I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who celebrated football in a special way. Yesterday, there were many stories told in regards to football. And I want to thank whoever provided a huge screen around the old taxi park. Everyone gathered there, be it policemen, despite the fact that they were there to do their duty of protecting the citizens of Uganda, but at the same time they were also enjoying the match. I also want to thank the Uganda police for making sure that Ugandans were safe in the midst of all of it as Uganda was losing the match. But welcome back from yesterday. It's a fresh start. We tell the story and look forward to Friday as Uganda and Guinea take each other on. My name is Julie Nantabamusisi and I am with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono on UBC TV at Good Morning Uganda. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni had committed a sum of 1.2 billion shillings per win to the Uganda Cranes team in the CHAN 2024 competition. And Uganda happens to be in Group C that has 5 nations and was supposed to play group games, which in case it had won all of them, we have lost one so far, it would have been a 4.8 billion total to the squad. However, right now we are looking at about 3.6 billion. Still hopeful to at least win the rest of the games. But looking into a bit of the other update that we have, Kampala City Council Authority is in the process of compensating persons affected during the 2024 Chitezi landfill garbage slide. 10th August will make a 1-year anniversary since this unfortunate incident took place. But the structural integrity of 70 flood affected households has been analyzed, awaiting valuation, and the KCCA executive Director Sharifa Buzeki has confirmed that 18 households whose properties were destroyed during emergency evacuations have been compensated. She says land has been procured in PG to establish a modern waste facility. Good morning, Uganda. Good morning, Robert.
Hello, good morning to you, Julie, and of course our viewer. Thank you very much for waking up with us this lovely morning. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, and very excited when I hear that land has been procured in PG, Julie, because garbage management has become a problem in Kampala.
Right.
And it speaks much regarding our hygiene. But I'm also excited over the milestone in science made that is at the Molago Specialized Women Hospital, where at least now women that cannot have natural ways of giving birth or conceiving. Now we had a breakthrough in IVF services in the country. Now it can be done in our hospital. Here it has been done, and of course that is very good news for many mothers there, for many women there that have longed, for couples out there wanted to have children and they are not able to have the children.
Right. Thank you very much, Robert. On that note, take us through what we have on the local scene today.
Local scene, let me begin with the occasion of Uganda's Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations Open Game. Forgive me. Uganda fans were treated to enjoyment as they boarded Uganda Railways Corporation train to travel for the game in Nambole. The game was an encounter between Uganda and Algeria in the ongoing CHAN tournament. At around 3 p.m., excited fans were at the Uganda Railways station.
0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
With support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for choosing UBC TV and watching Good Morning Uganda. Thank you so much if you've been with us since the start. And if you are just joining us, you're welcome. This is Good Morning Uganda. My name is Julie Nantabamusisi, and I am with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. And in the reel today, we are looking at matters NRM, and we're having a conversation with the NRM General Secretary, that is Honorable Richard Todwong, over the phone. If you want to be a part of the conversation, 0709-602-592. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Julie, and good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Honorable.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us this early morning.
Thank you so much, and may God bless you people for waking us up early.
Right. Waking you up to inspire you, right?
Yeah.
So I guess let's start from the SEC race. Could you just paint a picture, give us an assessment of what the campaigns look like? What is the environment like right now?
Maybe before the way the environment looks like, I need to inform you and members that SEC is the topmost organ of the party. It has very few members who are democratically elected from among its members of the party. It has the position of the national chairman, who has the position of the first vice chairperson. It has the position of the second national vice chairperson, and then the regional chairmen and chairpersons, which are about 6 in numbers, because every region has a vice chairperson. For West, Central, Buganda, Northern, Karamoja, and so they make 6. And then we also have the leagues. All our system is that every league that we have, election starts from the grassroots and ends up to the level of SEC. Because at SEC they elect their representatives, the person who sits for them in SEC. So the Women League, the Workers League, Entrepreneurs League, Veterans League, Elders League, and all those categories, they also have their election of who becomes their representative in SEC, who now becomes their national chairperson of the various leagues. So in total we have close to about 23 to 24 SEC members, and then the president under the constitution has powers to nominate 5 eminent people to also be in SEC. So in total we have about 29 members of SEC that sit. Now SEC being the topmost organ, definitely it's like the upper house for the party, and all policies of the party, all activities of the party is discussed and approved by SEC. So it is where most people would like to come, and therefore it is a very heavily contested race. There are quite a number of people who are contesting for that, and I'm only happy to report that the national chairman of the party was nominated unopposed, so there is nobody who is contesting with the president for the chairman of the party. We are very grateful for that, and we thank God for that. 2, the first national vice chairman of the party at the moment is Alhaji Moses Chigongo, and then the second national vice chairman of the party is the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. But there are also people who picked interest to contest against them. So everybody is busy and people are contesting. Yes, we've seen candidates moving around the country, conducting meetings, but we have always guided them that for a SEC position, you don't need to over-campaign, because these delegates are coming to Kampala. And when they come, you'll have time to address them and talk to them from Kampala than going around the countryside creating unnecessary excitement and creating friction among our members. So the campaign is on, and many people are interested, and our voting system is, of course, through lining up. We shall line up at Kololo on the day for the voting, and we shall see who the people would pick as their representative in those various positions.
Now, Honorable Todong, regarding the SEC race, how transparent and democratic? I've spoken to some of the aspirants for some regions, and they're saying this is one of the most scary places to compete, where someone can easily be told to step down for the other. How democratic is that?
No, there is what we call democratic centralism. What happens is SEC being the topmost organ of the party, definitely the party will not just open to any kind of character to come in, because it's not about popularity. It's not about, we need people who are authentic, people who are credible, people with a good track record, people who are a bit ideologically alert and thorough. So the nominees will be approved by SEC before the final names for the contestants are published for the delegates to vote. So SEC will sit, the current SEC will sit and approve the names of the candidates. Now somebody asked that, how come the current SEC is the one to sit when they are also candidates?
Contesting, yes.
Yes, we say no. When it comes to discussing a particular position where a member is in the audience, we ask that member to get out. When we are discussing about the position of Alhaji Moses Chigongo, we ask Alhaji Moses Chigongo to get out of the meeting. When we are discussing the national chairman, good enough is unopposed, that one we shall just allow him to sit in the meeting and continue chairing the meeting because there is no one contesting against him. But still, if he wishes, he can move out and we talk about him. It's also good we talk about him. So that is how fair the system is. And for the time I've been in the system, that is what has always happened. And it has been very, 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 because our advert to invite applicants' expression of interest is like a net which brings in all sorts of things. So this should be sieved through the system.
So there is a vetting of the aspirants.
Yes.
Okay.
When calling upon expression of interest. So anybody can express his interest for any position because there is no limit. And as long as you're 18 and above, as long as you're a member of the party and you're in the register of the book of the party, as long as you are a voter in the National Electoral Commission register, you qualify for any position in the party. So we wouldn't want this revolutionary party to be hijacked by schemers. And that is why there is a need to go through the list. And before they are given for voting, the SEC approves who should qualify for which position.
Maybe also for clarity, who vote these people?
The delegates, every delegate who is coming qualifies to vote. And for the special interest group, we have close to 22,000 delegates. And for the main conference, we have also about 24,000 delegates. So all these delegates qualifies to vote for the different positions that they are invited for in the meeting.
Right, still staying with matters sake and exactly who endorses who should contest. Once upon a time, during the time of nominating who should be the presidential flag bearer for the NRM, there were two gentlemen who expressed interest, young gentlemen who expressed interest in representing the NRM as flag bearers for the NRM party. And if I remember correctly, at the time they came to pick their nomination forms, they were told that forms had been finished and they had to come back, and yet they had paid their money. But along the way, the story eventually got lost in thin air. Would you care to let us know what exactly happened to these young men? Were they refunded? Was their money refunded? Were they vetted and found unfit to represent the party?
Thank you for that question. I heard about that case because most of these things are handled by Electoral Commission. We always have separation of work, and so Electoral Commission handled this matter. Now, when information for expression of interest was put out in the public, the dates were very clear, and there were some of those young people who came. I think one came towards the end of the period, and one came when the date was already expired. So definitely, the Electoral Commission could not give them forms because they came after the deadline, and that was their fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. They went and paid, yes, and they came to pick the forms after the deadline. And that already shows that they are not serious enough, because if you're serious for that position, you need to follow the rules to the letter. And so as to whether they will be refunded, that one now is not in my hands. The party will decide. It's the decision of the party. If the party wishes that we refund them, then the money is still there. They will get their money back.
Now, away from the SEC, let's go to today's big event, which is the tribunal starting to delivering verdicts. Honorable Todong, take us through, because we know there have been quite a number of cases, about 381 cases. So what is the procedure going to be like? Are you going to have a press conference? Should we be waiting like we wait for election results or something like that?
I am preparing to go to office now, but I believe that definitely the Director of Legal Services of the party will give me an update on how they have concluded the work and which cases are ready to be concluded today. And therefore, but we ask that the tribunal should be totally independent. Whatever decision they make is the decision that is very independent from the decision that was made before by the Electoral Commission. So we are yet to know the conclusion of some of those cases, and I'm yet to be briefed.
Now, what are you going to do with those that have already, despite having petitioned, shown signs of not going to go ahead with whatever decision the tribunal may come out with?
No, I think they should also understand that the fact that there was an independent tribunal which was set to hear their complaints, and in the event that the same tribunal found that their case is not holding and rules against their petition, they should understand and be respectful enough and have some level of discipline. Yes, the national chairman has also accepted that we should create a committee of eminent NRM members to move to the countryside and talk to these candidates from their districts, so that we try to bring our team together. The internal election created a lot of friction among our members, and we need to unite them. So there is a team which will be moving all over the country. Immediately after the tribunal has finished its delivery of its verdict, we shall allow the team to move to the countryside to talk to these gentlemen and ladies and see how they can unite and work as a team. So it's a process.
Right. Now, as of last week, the communique was that the verdict was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but it was postponed to today. What happened?
Well, there could be reasons. I am not the spokesperson of the tribunal. There could have been a reason why they did that. And that is how independent the tribunal is. We don't interfere with their work. Yes.
Now, that said, let's look at the race against time. Honorable Todong, NRM is a mass party. And of course, you have so many people to stand almost in every position. But the affairs, the committee of eminent persons moving around, we've also seen some levels of internal bickery. One would say, is it intrigue as well? We have some outstanding people in your party that are now uttering certain things that are not that very friendly to the party. Do you think you have enough time to reconcile? You have enough time to still be able not to witness what we had in the previous election, where an NRM candidate is supporting a NUP candidate simply because he lost an election and now was eliminated from the race?
Yeah, thank you for that question. And I see, Robert, for any organization, members should know that there are always frictions in an organization. And especially an organization which is political in nature, with the different characters of people who wishes to express different desires and interests. Secondly, to them, some of them, it's a do or die. It has to be me, not anybody else. And it tells you how immature we are still in the areas of multi-party dispensation. We need to do a little more work as Ugandans, as political parties, to make sure that people understand the workings of a multi-party political party. Because if the majority in a party decides on A, you as a member of the party, you have to follow. It shouldn't be you. We are not fighting for you. We are fighting for the party. And therefore, I'm sure over the years and with the time, many of them would learn. But of course, others are outrightly indisciplined. And that level of indiscipline, definitely the party will crack the whip. We do not want to shy away from cracking the whip. It is very clear in our constitution, especially Schedule 4 of the constitution, which speaks about the codes of conduct of members, the do's and don'ts, the prohibited codes of conduct, and then it's all listed in the constitution. So definitely, I'm sure at the right time, when all these processes are and are concluded, and there are still people who are in discipline, still speaking ill about the organization, still supporting other candidates against the official candidate of the party, definitely the party will act on them. For sure, this time the party will act.
How are you going to handle? Because unlike members of the opposition, NRM is a party that is made up of people in power. And if you look at what happened in some of these elections, these were people who are using their proximity to power, who are using their power, who are using the UPDF. Does the party, and some seemingly look bigger than the party. Do you have
they should learn. You see, that's why many of us love President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Everybody should learn from the president. He is the person who fought and started this liberation struggle, rescued Uganda, did everything, sacrificed everything. But at this level, is very, very humble. That when we're updating our register, he even volunteered and went to his village sat with these village members, and they went through the list in this village and cross-checked one by one and came back. And so if the fountain of honor, with all the powers he has, can humble himself to the organization to that level, then who are you? Who thinks you have power when you are misusing it, causing pain to party members, harassing party members, creating conflict in the organization? No. Such we shall not tolerate, because it is causing us pain, it's causing us a lot of unnecessary friction, and we do not want such indisciplined individuals to derail the course of the revolution.
Right, Honorable, as you plan to crack the whip on the indisciplined members, do you foresee the risk of losing key party members, party figures or constituencies due to the post-primary fallouts?
You see, if we are a mass party, losing one person and you have the majority in the constituency is good enough. Because if losing one person can bring order in the organization, why not? You see, fear of the unknown should not be in the organization like NRM, because that is how they hold people at ransom. That I'm very powerful. Nobody is more powerful than the members of the party. The members are there, and they're the ones who make us powerful. If the members remove their confidence in you as an individual, you'll cease to be powerful. And so we do not want people to become lords in their small. Such kind of behaviors is killing some countries, because there are small lords and goats that cannot be touched. Without them, you cannot do anything to the people. You have to pass through them to reach the people. That is not the NRM I know. With the NRM, we are with the people. Right. Whether you are a lord, whether you are a what, we are with the people. Once the people says you are the one, we shall go with you. And that is the main reason NRM is strong.
All right, let's look at 2026. What strategies is the NRM implementing to foster unity so as to maneuver through the general elections 2026?
One is that to make sure that we handle these petitions and the outcome of the primaries very well, for people to see fairness in the process. Someone who was wrongfully declared a loser should be attended to, and his issue or her issue addressed properly with clarity. Two, we need to emphasize mutual respect and discipline among members, especially among the leaders. We don't have problem with supporters. Our problems are with the leaders, because these leaders are the same people who create friction and mobilize supporters against each other. They mobilize goons to beat us people. And so we don't have problem with the local person. We have problem with the leaders. And so we have to do a lot to make sure these leaders understand how a political party works and why they should be in a political organization with a discipline and respect. So once we do that, I'm sure we shall. In the last general election, we got people think we don't have support in Uganda. That is a lie. We have a lot of support. The only challenge was we had so many candidates in particular constituencies dividing our vote, while the opposition was consolidating its votes. And that was why we lost in many of these constituencies. If you add all those votes that were got by the NRM affiliated candidates, there were more than those that were got by NUP or another opposition in Uganda here. So that tells you that the support is there, but the disorganization is among our leaders. So we need to fix that to make sure that we don't rock the base.
Now, Honorable, let's also look at the recruitment process in the party. This kind of the bus, free entry, free exit, everyone comes in. Don't you think this is also one of the things that you must revise as a party? Because at now we see people we thought were senior members of the party making utterances and speeches that don't depict they ever belong to this party or appreciate what the party, how it made them in their journey of success.
If you read such statements and the people making them properly, you will find that these are people who are given opportunity by the party and the government of NRM to work, to exercise their knowledge and skills. But along the way, maybe for reasons one or two, they were asked to step aside, and now they become bitter. And those are the kind of people I'm talking about. Personal vendetta, personal bitterness that you want to be an organization matter. That is a class committee, class suicide. That is an ideological bankruptcy. So if the organization is strong, what is wrong with you supporting a strong organization as a member? If you have been removed from the pitch and you are on the bench, why should it be you? Even coaches in football, we just started to watch. Last night we were watching what was happening in Ambole. With football, if you are substituted and you're put on the bench, you don't start fighting the referee or start running back to the pitch that you also want to play, because the rules is clear. You only have to have those numbers of players at a particular time in the pitch. So why should it be you? That issue of me is what is killing democracy. Democracy is not about I. Democracy is about we. So we have to speak the plural language, the we, not the I. So such people, definitely the party will attend to them, and they will understand that the party is bigger than individuals.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. Let's begin to bring this conversation to a close, but I would like to know what the party is doing, especially looking at the broader perspective on national focus, what the party is doing to balance the generational expectations and the need for continuity in leadership.
The generational question is a very deep question. This is a question that cannot be understood and appreciated within 2 or 3 minutes. This is a bigger question which has historical context. It has skilling issues. It has resource issues. It has ideological issues, and therefore it compounds itself to the challenges that we have. Of course, over the years, we've seen the skills that we've been, you take me back to what we learned, the basics in politics, that politics is about equity in sharing factors of production. These factors of production is land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, skills, knowledge, and all those things. Now, when you look at the generation, what is the level of accessibility to land to the current generation? Level of accessibility to affordable capital to the generation we have? Level of access to knowledge to the generation we have? So that is how you relate a generation question. Now, for them, for us, for others to feel that the generation question should just be spoken about and not addressed is not something that, and under NRM, some of these questions are already being handled, because generation needs empowerment, needs retooling, reskilling, needs knowledge, and needs economic productivity. And these are the things the president has been talking about. Everything about parish development model, everything about 4-acre model, everything about Yoga, youth venture capital fund, all these social programs is to address the question of generation. You speak about education. This mass approach to education, UPE, USE, is to address the question of generation, because one of the key things people should know is that education, especially USE and UPE, of course, the ultimate is you study, be clever in class, perform well, move to the next class. But the bulk of an educated citizen is that you should have knowledge, one, to be a good citizen, to have an overall knowledge about your environment, to understand that you can do business when you're knowledgeable, you can be a good farmer when you're knowledgeable, you can be a good village member when you're knowledgeable, a good parent. You know the time for taking your child for immunization, for vaccination. You know the concept of hygiene, balanced diet. So all this comes with education. So when you educate a population, the population becomes productive, the population becomes useful, even the GDP of the country will go up because of education. So education is bigger, and it addresses the concept of generation question. Same with health. A healthy population is a productive population. And NRM approaches health from the preventive angle. We promote preventive health more than curative health. Why do we prevent? Because these common diseases, when we prevent, when we speak about them, you will stop hospital visits by close to 80%. That is what the health professions are telling us. When you sleep under mosquito net, you promote behavioral change among young people. You go to hospitals when you are pregnant for antenatal care and all that. You will not be sick that requires you to go to the hospital. So all these are packed in an education system and curriculum which promotes generation interest. And
Right.
so these are things that we address. So it's a very loaded question that we speak about the generation. Generation is in a transition. Today you are generation X, tomorrow you are generation something. Today you are a young person, tomorrow you are a youth, the other day you are a parent, you are an elder. So that continuous movement of the generation needs continuous plan and policies that follows them up to the end.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Richard Todwong. What would be your parting shots, especially to NRM members who feel disgruntled and are threatening to leave the party?
Leaving the party is not a solution. Come inside, address your matter from inside the party. The national chairman is very liberal to listening to everybody and every concern. Your matter will be addressed. Leaving the party is not a solution. You might leave and go to a worse party, and then you might leave and become bitter, and that gives you pressure for no good reason. Come back in the party and we work out together and find a solution for a better and stronger party. But thank you so much. Thank you for hosting me always. We have sent out notice for the meeting. The dates are already out in the media. Let the member start following when they're supposed to come and attend these conferences. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Richard Todwong. He is the General Secretary of the NRM Party. He's been speaking with us, matters sake, the tribunal, and as well as the journey to 2026. Thank you so much for being on the show. Up next is GMU Tourism Express, but we cannot live without wishing our producer, Davis Kamkama, a happy birthday. Today, the 5th of August, is the day that he was born. Very, very diligent team player, very intelligent, very interesting human being to work with, and always a joy to work with you, Davis. So happy birthday. God bless you. And above all, may you make the most of it, and may you know God. May you walk with him who started your life.
Well, happy birthday.
Good morning.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
A friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready, not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, test the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a CHAN like never before. CHAN 2025, unity, passion, victory, and it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history, be part of it.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Well, that was it from the newsreel. Good morning and thank you for joining us on UBC. We are on Good Morning Uganda Tourism Express. My name is Zakia Lucky and I hope the new month is already treating you very well. Mine did find me in Karamoja. If you're to check on the screen what I was going through, the culture and the beautiful things that we did experience in Karamoja, I can tell you I couldn't wait to share my experience. Well, but bringing you back to Kampala, with me is Mr. Vivian Liaz, who is the Commissioner, Tourism Department, Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm okay.
How was Karamoja, as you say?
Very interesting. Karamoja has always been interesting for me.
Yeah,
yes. we did share and you were giving me part of your
It's quite a nice place.
Yes. I don't know if you have looked at it actually, at taking the World Tourism Day there.
Yeah, soon we'll be there. One of these days we should, one of these next coming years, we should go to Karamoja. This time we're going to Arua.
Yes, let's come back to Arua. So the World Tourism Day is happening in Arua.
Oh yes.
But before we get to why Arua, it has a global theme this year. And I'm wondering what is the strategic plan that has been put in place regarding the theme?
Regarding the theme. The World Tourism Day, as you know, happens on the 27th of September. And the international theme this time round is tourism and sustainable transformation. It's the carrying theme really running on these days, especially when we talk about the sustainable development goals. The world is more sensitive to climate change. The world is going green. That is the strategic movement that we are all aligned to. And as a country as well, this is the direction we would like to take. We are all cognizant of the challenges of climate change. We are cognizant of pollution, erosion, and so many of the effects that are happening to our environment. And as you know, Uganda's tourism is largely ecotourism. We sell our environment, the beautiful environment we have in this country. So really, when we talk about sustainable transformation, is really how we are going to make sure that we protect the integrity of this environment that we so proudly have and sell or share with the rest of the world. This time round, we are celebrating the World Tourism Day in Arua. Arua is a very vibrant place, as you know. It's a border city. We have our brothers in Congo. We have our brothers in South Sudan, very nearby. So we are really going to talk about a regional kind of celebration. And we're so excited to be there.
Yeah, you did take us through the strategy and you mentioned about climate change, and I'm wondering what activities have been put in place. Have you probably involved the tree planting in regards to what you did?
Oh yes, there will be quite a bit of activities related to that. Specifically tree planting, as you said, is something that we are going to promote in some of the kind of deforested places. But we're also going to promote cleanliness. The city is quite clean. If you've been to Arua city of recent, it's a very transformed city. And I would encourage everybody to go and visit Arua. But we are also going to promote cleanliness. We have a lot of activities related to keeping the city clean. Because a clean city is a very attractive city. It's where everybody would love to go. So that is also part of the program that we have. But we're also promoting clean energy, alternative sources of energy, solar energy for that matter. Many of these establishments, especially for tourism in rural, remote areas, are off the grid and require alternative sources of power. And thankfully, this time we're talking about solar energy, and we're partnering with our colleagues in the Ministry of Energy to promote these alternative sources that make life easy, but also in terms of cooking, how do you save energy-saving stoves, and so on and so forth. These are technologies that are sustainable in a way and would have limited impact on the environment.
I like that we are looking at a clean city. Over the years, we've been getting reports of how filthy the country is, but World Tourism Day being hosted in a clean city and encouraging people to keep it that way is a very amazing thing.
Oh yes, it's very important.
Now I'm wondering, from the ministry's perspective, what is the significance of World Tourism Day this year?
World Tourism Day is an opportunity or a platform for us to promote the destination, to remind people that tourism is an important economic activity, an important social activity. It brings in a lot of foreign exchange. It's one of the top foreign exchange earners for the country. It creates a lot of jobs. On a world scale, 1 in 10 jobs is directly or indirectly related to tourism. So really, tourism is a major player when it comes to creating jobs and creating clean and nice jobs. You know, you don't struggle a lot when it comes to tourism. So that is also very important for us in the economic transformation and creation of wealth. So that is a message we actually promote to the country. How can tourism support the socio-economic transformation of the country? Beyond that, we are telling the people that tourism is a nice thing to come for. Uganda is very attractive, and we're promoting the country to the whole world. We're showcasing the best attractions that we have in the country, and now that we're spotlighting Arua, or West Nile for that matter, what key attractions take you to West Nile? The gateway is in Pakwach. How do you cross over the Nile to go into the West Nile? Have you been to that gateway? There's nang nang, there's some nice fish there called nang nang. You need to test it out. There's the adungu. There is all sorts of fish. It's a very interesting area as you go into Arua. So spotlighting these different attractions in a particular region is also an opportunity that we take advantage of during the World Tourism Day. We also mobilize the local communities to be part of this experience, to be part of tourism, to benefit from tourism. So that is also very important. And now, like we are linking it to the theme, we are promoting those themes that are sustainable or sustain the transformation that we're talking about, the greening of the economy, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
You did talk about the local communities, and that was actually taking me to my next question, how you are engaging local communities to benefit from the numbers that you are bringing while these celebrations do take place.
Yes, from the previous World Tourism Days that we've had, most recent we were in Hoima and Kasese, and quite a number of Ugandans, especially from the city, travel to these destinations to experience them for the first time and be part of that that celebration. And it provides enormous opportunities for the local communities to tap into the economic benefits that come with it. Accommodation is one of them. because when you travel to Arua, you'll have to find where to stay. Transportation is another. You know, you first of all trail the buses, but even when you reach there, the borders are there to take you around and so on and so forth. You'll have to eat food. So you have to go to all these restaurants and partake the local cuisine out there. You have to be entertained, so you have to go into all places of entertainment that out there. But you also go to some of the attraction areas that are there. You've been to Miradwa. You know, they have a very nice fall there called Miradwa. You've been to Mount Wati. Those are exciting places that you need to go to. There is a small church out there. I think about 3 people can fit in there. These are very exciting places that you need to go to. You need to go to that border city where this side you're in Sudan, this side you're in Congo, this side you're in Uganda. Yeah, you know. These are all exciting opportunities for people who haven't been there to go and experience, but also interact with the local community.
Yeah, in a very long time I've heard about that smallest church. They actually say it's the smallest church in the world that accommodates just 3 people, which is why I look so much forward to.
You need to go there and see it. And pray for good blessings there. Yes.
Obviously. Yeah, so I'm wondering, many people still look at domestic tourism as a foreigners thing. And I'm wondering how are events like these shifting minds of people to learn that it's not just about foreigners, but they should also start visiting their country.
That is very right. When you talk about tourism to anybody, most people think of it as you know, foreigners coming to visit the country and take advantage of you know, our natural attractions. But it's more than that. First of all, the best should be us, ourselves.
Yes.
Visiting our own country, enjoying our own country. And that is the base of tourism in almost all developed countries. You'll find that the locals constitute the greatest majority of these people. And if you are to cascade the benefits of tourism down to the local people, it is the locals who are sustainable. They are with you all the time, because to them seasonality is not an issue, whereas to the foreign visitors it's about the season of travel. They are not very sensitive to news or travel advisories and whatever. They know the local thing. They can be there, but they are also culturally related. Well, they are not going to be sensitive about which food they are taking and which places they are going to. So it's very important for us to promote domestic tourism, to spread the economic benefit, to give an opportunity for Ugandans also to see the beauty that we are selling to others. You know, why should others enjoy, you know, the Maction Falls, for instance, and you haven't been there? Please, if you haven't been there, make it a point this year to go and see the Maction Falls, to go into the Maction Falls National Park and enjoy what we have as a country, but more importantly also contribute, redistribute the economic benefits from where you have something. Go and take it to the community out there, and when we share, we all gain. Yes. Actually,
talking about that, it reminds me of someone who did mention, if you do not know about what you have, for instance, you meet a team of tourists who are probably finding their way to Maction. You're a native around the area, but you do not know even how to direct them, which is quite tricky. Not
nice at all. People need to to move around.
Yeah, to have the information at least.
Yes.
You can tell someone where to go to. When I was in Karamoja, there were literally everyone was telling me you need to go to Strikers. And that was a club. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm wondering what government policies have been put in place to make sure that Uganda is competing globally in terms of tourism.
We are doing a lot, first of all, on product development, because you need to sell something.
Yeah.
What are you selling? In what form is it? What quality does it have? And tourism is more of experiences. So when you're putting out that experience, what is somebody seeing? When you go to the national park, are the roads okay? We've invested a little bit in improving the road infrastructure in the national parks. We've invested in trying to protect the environment within the national parks. You know, we recently had a problem of invasive species taking over much of the estate within especially Queen Elizabeth National Park. And a lot has been done to scale back that problem. And you can see now the animals are coming back. We've invested in protecting the integrity of these places in terms of security. Poaching was a problem. It has now been scaled back. So the regeneration of animals is growing. But we are also diversifying because we are more than wildlife. You know, if you've been to that Kasese Road and you've been to Chikorongo, we've redone the equator there, the equator monument, and it has become a signature stopover point. You know, everybody going to Queen Elizabeth National Park or going through Kasese has to stop at Chikorongo and look at this. We are about to do the same at Kayabwe, you know, make it much better because, you know, Kayabwe is also another serious stopover point. At the source of the Nile, we're doing some work to make sure that we now have a better pier. We have an overhead bridgeway for you to enjoy the source of the Nile, and quite other developments are coming up at the source of the Nile. We're doing work at the Kitagata Hot Springs, so that when you go to the hot springs, you really enjoy them. Beyond the product, and also of course, the culture, we're moving into sports tourism. Later this month, we'll be in Kasese promoting Rwenzori Marathon. Oktoberfest is on in Gulu from the 6th of October, and quite a number of activities. Nyege Nyege is on in whatever we did Namgongo in June. So we are diversifying into culture and sports and other areas. But more importantly, also we are strong on advertising and promotion. Getting the message out there that people need to know Uganda is a beautiful place, Uganda is safe to visit, and so on and so forth. And that we are doing with our missions abroad. We are promoting the brand, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. We are doing a lot in terms of promotion, going to the different expos and telling the Ugandan story that you need to come to Uganda. We are partnering with the missions abroad. Kenya Coast is one of those areas that we are partnering with. China, to mention a few, is what we are doing on the promotional front. We are improving on quality, making sure that places are quality assured, and you go to a place and find that the standards have been inspected and are okay. We are putting up a regulatory environment. We make sure that everybody plays by the same rules and high standards of rules. We are focusing on investment incentives, putting more resources into the development of tourism in this country. That way we're getting there.
Okay, as we get to the climax of the show, what is it that people should expect from the World Tourism Day this very year? Over the years it has been happening. What is it that they should look forward to?
The theme is unique. We are talking about sustainable transformation, and this is where the world is going. The world is going green. We are moving away from the activities that have been polluting our environment, that have been destroying our environment, and we are now taking a second look at what alternatives should we take on. And this is a very important message to take on everybody to make sure that we're more green, to make sure that we conserve the energy that we have, and so on and so forth. But we're also looking out to new attractions. We haven't been in West Nile in a while, and I would encourage every Ugandan to take advantage. Get onto the bus, organize your own transport, and get to Arua. Get to see how transformed these places are. Some of you have been there so long ago, have a different picture of what is there now. So again, that discovery of the new attractions, the new experiences that are out there is very important, and we need to emphasize that. And of course, let's not forget the power of tourism in transforming the social and economic livelihood of the people. More importantly, let Ugandans travel. Let them go and see the beauty in this country.
Yes, let the Ugandans travel. You have had it all by yourself. Make sure that you invest in yourself and come experience and see what is in West Nile. just follow up and actually experience your country. You heard it's not just about foreigners, but even you as a Ugandan, you contribute so much, and it's even better when you know or very well conversant with what is in your country. Well, we are still on Good Morning Uganda Tourism. We are proudly sponsored by the Uganda Tourism Board, and coming in will be Julie Nantaba with a business segment. Please stick around.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
A very good morning to you. Welcome to JMU Business. Welcome back from JMU Tourism Express. And we are starting off with the East African community that has launched an e-bond digital customs bond system to simplify regional trade and improve revenue collection across partner states. The launch in Kampala marks the beginning of a pilot phase involving Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda. The e-bond is a financial instrument designed to guarantee taxes on goods in transit within the region. The system allows insurance companies to issue and manage bonds electronically, enabling goods to move across borders with efficiency. The e-bond is part of the broader regional strategy to enhance integration, improve transparency, and save time of doing business across East Africa. The system also allows real-time tracking of cargo. Trucks flagged off during the launch event were the first to operate under the new system. E-bond complements COMESA bond and can scale to African Continental Free Trade Area. Now, looking at the western part of Uganda, Mbarara City Council says residents in Mbarara City respond to paying local revenue, and their response has raised to 10.42 billion shillings targeted in the last financial year. Mbarara City Mayor Robert Mugabe Kachebezi says they collected over 8.4 billion shillings and they are planning to collect over 12 billion shillings during the official handover of a vibrator roller purchased using local revenue. Mbarara City Council officials said the vibratory roller, which cost around 280 million shillings, was acquired to improve service delivery in the city. Mbarara Mayor Robert Mugabe Kachebezi thanked the residents for paying their taxes on time, and the principal revenue officer Samuel Ratnaga Tayebwa noted that the collected revenue had enabled the city to work on various projects. He appealed to the city tax collectors to treat people fairly when collecting revenue. Well, now looking at what we have on the forex rates as of the 4th of August, 2025, the US dollar opened at 3,577.23 as buying and selling at 3,587.23, and by midday it had dropped to 3,575.64 and selling at 3,585.64. And the dollar was buying at 3,575.41, a drop in closing, and selling at 3,585.41. The British pound was buying at 4,750.64, a drop as well for it given the last rate, and it was selling at 4,763.93, and the euro was buying at 4,138.17, an increase for the euro as compared to what it was on the 1st of August, and it was selling at 4,149.75. The Kenyan shilling was buying at 27.67, a drop as well compared to what it was on the 1st of August, and selling at 27.75. And the Tanzanian shilling increased to 1.40 from 1.39 and still selling at the same. The South African rand was buying at 198.62 and selling at 199.17. Well, that's it from GMU Business. Good Morning Uganda does continue. We are celebrating 100 years, a whole century of Rubaga Cathedral. Stay tuned for that conversation. 0709-602-592 is the WhatsApp number that you should engage. Good morning.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo,
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready. Not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025, unity, passion, victory, and it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history, be part of it.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information about Mpox, call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda with support from UNICEF, WHO, and its partners.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Juko.
Yo.
Wachikuwa. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
The stage is set, the teams are ready, and your voice could be the difference. Come wave your flag, sing your song, and back your favorite team as they battle for glory in the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship 2024, right here on home soil.
Amaina gange ndi namaganda Mariamu Monda myoga jaida emyoga igitandika okwida nafunamu esente bampa yakakaira ke sente bwe bampa akakaira ke sente nayiye ekyokukola nasookera ku mutyere omutyere gwapanga beeyi naguvwako nanoonya omwana twageddaga n'amagezi nagema esente edo namuga yaje yagula supeya ow'ebyuma muno pikipiki n'obugaali buti saa eno ndi kuyiiya okuleeta ebyuma ebimala ku bwena abakabiri bampaireyo ku esente nakoba okunoonya y'abaana babeegeresenga gano okukanika ki pikipiki era bali kujja mpolampola nga bakanika era esente bwe tunaaba tudifuna nenda kwongera mu maani mu sente bwenaaba ndifunye twongeremu ntewo bizinensi emala nenda okwebaza gavumenti egiira okutulowoozaako niife abagansi mu kyalo okufuna esente kuba twalinga n'esente nga tulumukira mu banka bugiri buti baida ku numba ng'eno najjayo ku bwe baida ku numba baida kutaa ku bigandiiko aye dino tutwalayo mpolampola nenda okwebaza gavumenti olw'okulowooza ku nsonga eyo mukama abawa omukisa.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Time for the agenda. Thank you so much for being on the show. If you started the show with us and you're still with us, thank you so much. If you are just tuning in, you're welcome. This is Good Morning Uganda on UBC TV, and we always come to you live every single day, right here from Nile Avenue. My name is Julie Nantaba Musisi, and in today's agenda, we are looking forward to celebrating and talking about 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral. And in studio to do that with me is Father Nyombi Richard, who is the chairperson publicity committee, that as well as in Subuga John Bill Chiaga, who is the head of laity Kampala Vicariate. To do that with us in simple terms or in the local dialect, you would call him the Saba Christo. Good morning. Thank you so much for being on the show. Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Nyabo.
Good morning, Saba Christo. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming through. And I'll start with the both of you, how you feel. Let me start with you, Father. As a priest, how does it feel to be a part of 100 years, a whole century, as a priest, serving as a priest?
It's great.
Right.
I feel great.
Right.
And thankful to God who has allowed it, that I'm part of this celebration, and also even in the preparation of this celebration. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And to you, John Bill, how do you feel at this time in your lifetime, 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral? How does it feel for you?
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, our viewers. Like your father said, I feel so great. I feel so honored to be one of the leaders in Kampala Archdiocese and in preparations and making preparations for this very memorable occasion of 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral, what we call Rubaga at 100. 100 years. So I feel also so great.
Right.
Yeah.
Staying with you, Saba Christo, what do you think this milestone means for the Catholic community in Uganda?
Actually, like how we are going to talk about this as time goes on, first of all, this is our first cathedral here in Uganda. And as we are going to echo out all lay faithful and the well-wishers to join us as we celebrate this day, and also help us do some bit of donations due to the major renovations we are going to have, or we have already started. So I actually call upon other people who are not yet in the know of this celebration to join in. There are many, what should I call them? Groups of people and committees that are part of this. You can join one of these groups and try as much as possible to see to it that you help in one way or the other in the preparations.
Right. Coming to you, Father, can you take us back to the history of Rubaga Cathedral and how it was built, when it was built?
Okay, thank you very much. As the Saba Christo has said, this is the oldest cathedral, the oldest cathedral in Uganda. It's the mother of all the churches and mother of all the cathedrals. So the 100 years that we are celebrating, in fact, is not the age, you say, of this church, but the time, from the time when it was consecrated and started being used as the cathedral. But its history goes back right from the beginning of the Catholic Church here in Uganda, when the first missionaries, especially we know Mapera and Amansi, I think you know that song.
Yeah.
Twebaze Mapera and Amansi. So when they arrived in 1879, and they were given land by Kabaka Mutesa the first, so they built the first church, and the other three who were with them, they built the first church in Nabulagala, Lubian Nabulagala, the song tells us. So it is that church which is going to be moving from Nabulagala. Then when they moved about 5 years after, they went to Nalukolongo. Today we have that Bakateyamba home, Mapera Bakateyamba home, and the Good Samaritan Sisters. Then they are going to build another church there. But in the mind of the missionaries and in the mind of the people, it was the same church. It was the same parish. It was the same Christian community which was moving from Nabulagala. Now they are going to build the second church in Nalukolongo. And by the time they are going to start building Nalukolongo, at that time we had a bishop. So in building Nalukolongo, it is going to be the first cathedral. And that was 1885. Now that is going to be used for 3 years, up to 1888. And then there was a war between the Christians and the Muslims, and the Muslims were victorious and they expelled the missionaries. So, and the mission was destroyed. So that first cathedral, which was the second church, was destroyed. And a year later, they came back. The missionaries came back, but they never went back to Nalukolongo. They were given a piece of land in Nabunyati, near Popo Memorial Hotel. There is a place there where Mapera died, and today we call it Mapera Nabunya Pilgrimage Center. So they are going to be the third church, but this is going to be the second cathedral. And then after a year, they are going to be given the hill of Lubaga, the whole of the hill of Lubaga, by Kabaka Mwanga. So Kabaka Mwanga gives them, and they start building another church there, but that is going to be now the third cathedral. In 1891, they moved there, from down there to the top. And then they are going to build other churches there, other cathedrals. But you know, at that time, they were using just mud, muri, ribs, and then grass thatched. So these were they were not strong. So fires were getting them, the earthquake and so on. So they were not lasting for long. But they never got discouraged. Each time they had to build a new church, you could see the whole community building. And then, of course, then eventually they are going to, it's going to be decided in 1900 and something, that we have to build a real cathedral worthy of a country of the martyrs. You know that at that time all the martyrs had been killed in 1886. So the decision was taken by Bishop Henry Stresher, commonly known here, locally known as Stensela. And she is going to say, okay, we build a real cathedral. And that's how they are going to get that plan. That plan is not new. You will see that in Europe there are other churches like this. But it's a plan which is, even in old churches here, it is like in a cross form. It's in a cross form. So they really, we had brothers of the Society of the Missionaries of Africa, the White Fathers, who were very much involved. So that's how now the church is going to be built, and then with the participation of the Christians, and especially also the leaders and the chiefs. For example, one of them who is well known is Stanislas Mugwanya. At that time he was the Saba Christo, not the Saba Christo of the vicariate, but the Saba Christo of Uganda at that time, of the Catholics. So they are going to get involved, and they are going to build that church from 1914 up to 1925, when it's going to be completed, and then consecrated on the 31st of October 1925. So when you count October 1925, October 2025, you have 100 years that we are celebrating.
Wow, profound history. I've learned, if you love your history, definitely this is one that has got you stuck and your eyes glued on the screen. I will say, you've talked about community involvement.
Yes.
100 years later, how has the community maintained Lubaga Cathedral?
So first of all, usually when you have a church or the cathedral, it is a symbol of the living community. The living community, the Christian community. So at that time, in 1925, how many Christians were there, and Catholics? Maybe 10,000, maybe, or a bit more. But today, how many? Even millions, just only of the archdiocese. But remember, as we said from the beginning, that this is the mother community.
Right.
Nakazade. So now you consider how many Christian communities in Uganda. Now just first think about the Catholic, the cathedrals. We have 19 cathedrals. So how many in each? And then the churches, the parish churches, the sub-parish churches, but all these represent a living community. So the community has grown. And that's one of the, I think, things we can say. And then, of course, also the services which are given by this community. On the side of health, at Lubaga here you have the hospital there. The first Catholic hospital in Uganda started in 1899. And then the schools, in Lubaga here you have a number of schools, but we know that also St. Mary's College Kisubi started there and was transferred to Kisubi in 1924-25. So the community has grown. And surely also the cathedral, the structure hasn't changed. The structure was as it is, but it has been beautified. It has been beautified. When it was built, the The windows were not glass, but today you have stained glass windows. So, and we have all the martyrs and the different saints in that cathedral. So it has been beautified, and also the changes which have taken place in the church. When it was built, it was before what we call Vatican II. Now after Vatican II, there were some changes, the way we pray. And when it was consecrated, at that time, there was no celebration. Only one priest could be on the altar and celebrate. But today you can have 30 around. So then when it was decided that now there can be celebration and that the priest can look at be facing the people, not facing the wall, the altar. So then, of course, there were some of those changes, like putting a new altar and then removing some of the small altars which were on the sides where individual priests could say mass. Right. So it has changed, yes, and you have fresks, so paintings on the wall inside. So all this makes the place sacred, as we more sacred, as the theme of our celebration says. The temple of God is sacred. You are that temple.
Right.
Yes.
Now let's look at the spiritual growth of Catholics or the Christians altogether in Uganda over the 100 years. How has the cathedral impacted the spiritual growth of Ugandans in 100 years?
So the churches, they are places of worship, even the cathedral. The cathedral means the seat of the bishop. So where you have the bishop of the diocese, his chair is called the cathedral. The cathedral. So it could be a small Mwasa Jute, as we say in Uganda, but that is his seat. That is his cathedral. It doesn't have to be big, but the seat where the bishop sits, where he resides, that's what's called his church is called the cathedral, and that cathedral is the parish priest. And the parish priest, you see, at the cathedral, we don't say the parish priest of the cathedral, we say the cathedral administrator. Oh. Because the parish priest is the bishop.
Indeed, you learn something new every day, because many times we easily make the mistake of the priest of the cathedral or the parish priest of the cathedral.
No, he's an administrator. The parish priest is the bishop or the archbishop here. So the church is a place of worship, is the place of sanctifying people, sanctifying them by giving them the sacraments, by being baptized. Many people have been baptized in that cathedral. Give them other sacraments, confession. That confession is where people, they are sanctified, they are renewed spiritually, and surely that has to touch their lives, the way they relate in their families, in the community. And then many have celebrated also their marriage in that cathedral. Others have been ordained priests. Many, more than 200 have been ordained there. And all this, they are going to help people, Christians, spiritually to grow. And that growth will be shown in their way of life, serving their country. Our country have a very beautiful motto, for God and my country. So in a way, Christians are being helped to how to walk the talk of that motto.
Right. Coming to you, Saba Christo, what do you think the cathedral in 100 years has built in Uganda's tourism?
Thank you so much. When you look at that cathedral, those of you who have ever been there, it has got a beautiful artistic building and even some, it is a heritage, a religious heritage site, much as it is also a spiritual site. It has helped the Ugandans, first and foremost, when you go to the cathedral itself and you enter, you just know that this is the house of what? Of God. Now that one has helped the Ugandans to meditate, always meditate to their God. Then secondly, when you look at that cathedral as a building itself, like I've said, it has got that good artistic look in it. The one that we actually want to improve or just renovate. We are not breaking it, but we are just renovating it. And then when you look at the exterior of the cathedral, it needs some bit of change. When it comes to the tarmac, we want to put up cobblestones. They look nice. Then when you go inside, like the clergy has said, we need some new paintings. We need to improve on the public address system. We need to improve on the lighting. We need to improve on the pews and so on and so forth, such that whenever people come in, they look at that place as a house, and when they are actually very safe.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to come visit it and take a tour around the cathedral on random days as a Ugandan or a tourist, one who visits Uganda, they want to check out cathedrals in Uganda?
At first, like you said,
yes,
you ask the question through tourism.
Yes.
It is true, people come in that church and to make a tour, because there are a number of things to see out there.
Yes.
Apart from the artistic face of that church, there are a number of things. Do you know that there are a number of, okay, not a number of, but there are around 3 bishops, archbishops buried in there. And there is a reason as to why those archbishops are buried. Then when you go outside, we have also limbo. Then when you look at the face of the cathedral, there are some sculptures up there. Those are African bishops up there. Actually, we also need to improve on them such that they are visible as you see them. So when people, there are many people come in that church just to tour, much as they would like also to pray, but they come to tour because there are not many churches of the sort that look like that and have got that history of it. Yeah.
Right, very profound indeed, an encouragement to you to, well, participate, be a part of improving the structure, but also as you improve it, you also get to tour it, admire it, look at the beauty that God has allowed man to put up in regards to Rubaga Cathedral. Coming to you, Father, what are those spiritual milestones or even events that have been made with Rubaga or in Rubaga Cathedral over the years, 100 years in history?
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe just to pick up one point is that you can visit any time.
Oh, right.
And there is a guide to
wow.
welcome you and to take you around to explain to you more. And I think even during these preparations, where we realize how rich you have, just said about the stained glass windows. You can spend hours just looking at that.
Studying the windows.
You just look at the beauty up there in the way it is made. It's made, and all that is spiritual. For somebody who doesn't understand, he will just say, it is very beautiful and so on. But there is a spiritual meaning behind. You see, for example, the pillars. Those pillars, they are made like they are palm trees. But then in the Christian understanding, a palm tree is a symbol of eternity, of righteousness, of victory. The palms, you have the Palm Sunday, you have the Uganda martyrs with the palms. So there is a lot, and you have that guide, and I think even probably we shall be able also to publish a small booklet which explains more those details.
Right.
Those details. Now, the milestones. Surely you start with the consecration. That consecration was great. 31st October 1925, it was great because there were many peoples. The government leaders were there. The Kabaka was there. Daudi Chwa, the second, was there. So it was great. It was great. It was a big feast which brought in all people of different walks, different faiths, Christian, Muslims, they were there. And then, of course, I think for a believer, the one who has been baptized there, it is a milestone. For someone who has been confirmed there, somebody who has been ordained there, his marriage has been celebrated, that's a milestone for that person and for that family. Some of those who are now also buried around there, their last funeral, right? Eucharist Mass has been celebrated. So that's a milestone. So, and of course, a number of bishops have been ordained in there. we had had the visit of the popes, the 3 popes who have come there. The first pope in 1969, Pope Paul VI, to come to Africa, and he came to Uganda and he celebrated the first papal mass there. So that was key. Then John Paul II, 1993. And then, of course, the last one now who passed on recently, Pope Francis, 2015. So they have been there. I think all the presidents we have had in this country, on one day or another, they went there for a celebration. And of course, the big feasts which are there, and the messages which are given there, trying to, to help Ugandans to walk as brothers and sisters. I think all those we can consider them as milestones.
Right.
Yes.
Let me come to Saba Christo. Yes. You've talked about a few things that are in need to be put in place for the cathedral, but let's look at the larger contribution package that we are looking forward to having, or that we are seeking from the general public as we celebrate 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral.
Thank you so much. That is a good, another good question. Actually, like I said, generally we would love to have 2.4 billion to make those major renovations. But there are a number of things that are going to be done during those renovations. Some have already started. We are also having a stored parking just below the grounds of Rubaga Hospital that are going to be built in order to cater for another bigger parking for the Christians who come into that place and at their convenience, such that you don't have to push them down as we have already pushed them to other yards which are not near the church. So we shall be having a bigger parking. That is one of the major, and I think I would call it one of the activities or activities of construction that are going to be done. Then the other one, I've told you, around the church, at the yard there, we are going to facelift it by improving on the clock, the pop clock that is there, by improving on the perimeter wall that is just in front of the rails, and then putting up cobblestones where there is tarmac and the tarmac now is spoiled. Then also putting up, we are also going to put up these, you call the fountains, and one of the fountains will have the that monument of Bishop Chiwanuka, the first African bishop, in South African bishop. Then we shall also, that is the outside. Then when we go inside, no, before I even leave outside, we shall also go to the roof. We have what we call the nkonge on top. We need to remove it. Then when we go inside, we want to improve, first of all, on the lighting. We want to improve on the public address system. We want to improve on the organs. We want to improve on the sanctuary and the raised, such that really it comes to be beautified to the modern world. I mean, the modern times.
Right.
Yeah.
Very beautiful picture that you see there is the picture of the cathedral, Rubaga Cathedral, an aerial view that has shown you the cross structure, as Father explained at the start of the show. And all those, that's footage really showing you what it looks like right now, 100 years later, really been preserved and needs to be preserved further. That's why Saba Christo and Suga John Bilchiaga is urging you about a budget of 2.4 billion needed to make sure that it's renovated and preserved for another 100 years plus.
Yes.
For it to stay for more generations to come. Father, let's look at what role the cathedral, Rubaga Cathedral in particular, has played when it comes to key national ceremonies and occasions. Yes.
Yes. Just one point I want to bring about. That cathedral is dedicated to Mother Mary. And you have even seen the
monument
statue. The statue.
Yes, at the
so
front.
it is St. Mary Cathedral, Rubaga. So And this goes back right from the beginning when the missionaries, before even they started catechizing, teaching religion, baptizing, they started a novena, and after the novena, they dedicated themselves, the work, and this country to Uganda. So that image reminds us that on the side of the Catholics, the pioneer missionaries, the first missionaries, dedicated this country to Mother Mary, and they said that whatever will be done, it will be Mother Mary. And we are told that the brother who was constructing, the key of those constructors was called Brother Cyprian. In the evening, he was going around to see the work which was done, and then praying his rosary, and the people were saying, "Thank you very much." He says, "It's not me, it is Mother Mary." So it is Mother Mary who constructed that cathedral. Now, what key, I think, celebrations they have said.
What role has Rubaga Cathedral played over the years, 100 years of existence? Has it played when it comes to key national ceremonies?
So, key national ceremonies, I don't know whether I could, what I know, say, for example, on the side, you see it is very much also connected with the Buganda Kingdom. Just of recent, when we are celebrating the birthday of Kabaka, 70 years, the main celebration, religious celebration, it was in Rubaga.
Right.
In Rubaga. Then I think also immediately after his coronation, the Thanksgiving was there. Now, surely each time we have the independence or other functions, there we have prayers, prayers for the country and for the different needs of the country.
Right.
Yes.
Now let me come to you, Saba Christo. When are the celebrations? Where shall we be celebrating? How shall we be fundraising?
Yeah, thank you so much. That one, we are going to deal with that question with the clergy.
Yes.
But we are having the celebrations on the 26th of October 2025. It still will be the Archdiocesan Day. Before the celebrations, we are going to have a number of activities. We have already started the, it is called 100 Days, 100 Rosaries. We started it on 18th of July 2025. It will be up to 100 days. Every day we recite a rosary. Then we shall also we are having the Lamaga pilgrimage. I mean Lamaga Yoyota. We call it pilgrimage, but also we are going to do donations. Tomorrow, on 6th, we shall be having Kampala Vicariate. All the people, all the faithful from Kampala Vicariate, we shall be making a pilgrimage to Rubaga. And we are going to pass through that holy door that was given to us. You remember, this year is also Jubilee year. But at the same time, we are going to give you some little donations from each one of us or from each of our parishes. We are going to give some little donations. We have already been communicated to through our parish priests and through our sub-priesthoods of the deaneries and the sub-priesthoods of the parishes. So tomorrow is the D-Day to come to Rubaga and make that pilgrimage. And thereafter, we shall have Mass. So I'm encouraging and I'm asking and I'm kindly begging. I know it is a working day, but please, especially our leaders, please accompany our parish priests as we come to Rubaga to do the pilgrimage and also to donate something. And thereafter, the clergy is going to add on other activities that we are having.
Right. Father, please add on to the activities of the celebration.
Thank you very much. And don't come with small donations.
Okay.
We want big
donations.
Big.
Surely.
And in Kampala Vicariates, we have more than almost 25 parishes. So all those are expected tomorrow to come, make a pilgrimage, and also a donation towards that 2.4 billion. And the one who receives, the pilgrims, donors, the Maga Yoyota, is the Archbishop himself.
Right.
So from 9 to 1 p.m. But then I think the Episcopal Vicar will give the details of the different parishes at what time they should be there. So that is one of them. Now, also you can donate by sending in the account. So we have a bank account.
Right.
So the bank account is Lubaga Cathedral. So Lubaga Cathedral 100. So you write 100. And then the number of the account, it is in Centenary Bank, 31 00 11 71 79. I repeat the number, 31 00 11 71 79. So that is the account for this particular activity that we are having. So that's one. So Lamaga Yoyota. Then we have, he has mentioned the 100 days, 100 rosaries. Then we also plan to have a walk of faith.
Right.
And that walk of faith will be, I think it is the 4th of October. And we shall be moving in the footsteps of this cathedral, Nabulagala, Nalukolongo, Nabunya, and then come to the cathedral.
Wow.
Yes.
Very pertinent indeed. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining the show and speaking with us. That has been Father Nyombi Richard, Chairperson Publicity Committee, as well as Subuga John Bill Chiaga, who is the head of Leyte Kampala Vicariate, as in the Saba Christo. Thank you so much for watching the show and for all your contributions towards celebrating Lubaga Cathedral at 100 years. Lubaga Cathedral 100 is the account name. It is at Centenary Bank and the account number is 3100117179. Be a part of it. For now, JMU Sports is coming up with Ruben. Good morning.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends friends to form a team of 4 and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's CHAN 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready. Not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a CHAN like never before. CHAN 2025. Unity, passion, victory. And it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history. Be part of it.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Led by the referee, Adalbert Diop. For Algeria, no pressure. The ball is whipped in, Mutakuwa. And into the neat pack. Ball whipped in, but not too far off. Algeria still within the moment. Setting it up, still unmarked with an opportunity. Slices it into the back of the net. Sheer precision. Plunges that in. Abdelrahman face. Astute and now turning defense into attack. Thriving out onto the flank. Bilal sets the ball in. Dribbles past the goalkeeper. It's 3 to the good. Total domination. Annihilation complete.
Good morning. My name is Ruben. I'm even smiling. I should never have smiled because we lost the game terribly yesterday. I was in Nambole for the coverage of the game, and trust me, the fans left disappointed. And Algeria taught us a footballing lesson. Get a total beating, if that is the word to use. But Ruben, once again, the Cranes are now on the bottom of that group. They did not record any goal. That means they have conceded 3 and they have not scored a goal. So South Africa, which hasn't played yet, is actually in 3rd position on that group, or in that group rather. But away from the Cranes and their loss, we'll be discussing that later on. That will be when we get back here to analyze the games. That will be coming up. But today is a special day for Davis Kamukama as he marks his new age. I want to appreciate the fact that he's been a wonderful cadre. And the cadre, I mean, you see, cadres are those who are loyal and committed to what they do. So he's a wonderful cadre who always dedicates his time. I wish you could get his photo here so that you can get to know the man I'm talking about. But happy birthday to you, Davis. Many more returns. And I know that someday would sit somewhere and talk about the legacy. That is if I live early or if you live early. But we appreciate the fact that you dedicate your time to giving your all or your best. That is the big man. You see, in the army, they call them twices. Here, they call them assistants or deputies. But he's a good deputy producer who has done a good job in making sure that the show becomes gets on the waves. Anyway, away from the birthday greetings into what we have today, Matters Golf. We are going to be talking about the Watoto Golf Tournament. In studio, I have 2 guests. One is Esther, the other one is Eddie. Eddie is actually a golf, golf. Is it a golf player? maybe that. But I'm glad and blessed to have you in the studio. Esther, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
You look great in Watoto, and the black and white.
Thank you. Thank
How have you been?
Very well, thank you. How have you been?
I'm fine. I'm not complaining. Eddie, when I see beards, I think LeBron. So, are you a basketball player?
I played all of them. Basketball, volleyball, football, table tennis, badminton.
Okay.
The only sport I've not played is rugby. I tried it. I was going to box somebody, so I said, no, this one is not for me.
For me, you mentioned basketball.
Yes.
You must have been skilled, so skilled, because your size really goes there to the ring, on the rim, and dominates. Maybe you're just a good player for basketball.
Yes, I was, but the other thing about basketball, about me, is that I'm not very good with contact sports.
Okay.
Yes, I think I struggle with contact sports, so I left basketball a little earlier and joined volleyball and went to national, international, came back and retired in golf.
Okay, let's go to matters golf, like I mentioned, golf here. And I'm going to start, actually, it's Watoto Golf Tournament 2025, and the theme is Hope on the Green. Hope on the green. Now, they're going to give us hope on the green here. I'm not sure whether I should be hoping for the green, because many people are just demolishing our green. But Esther, I'll start with you. What is the Watoto Golf Tournament all about?
Well, thank you so much. So the Watoto Golf Tournament is a sporting activity that we put together through using golf.
Okay.
And it's specifically to raise support for the work that we do at Watoto.
Okay.
So we recognize that for the last 41 years as Watoto, we've been present in this country.
Yeah.
We've been not just celebrating Christ and, you know, leading church services and all, but also we care for orphans and the vulnerable in our communities. So over the last 31 years, we've been able to care for over 5,500 children, orphaned children, but also over 7,500 vulnerable women in our communities. These are mothers who HIV positive, they're single mothers, they're unable to, some of them are not HIV positive, but they're equally vulnerable. These are the people whom you'd see on the streets selling tomatoes, and you can probably step on their nuts because you're walking. So those ladies that have been left abandoned, unable to care for themselves and their families, we come alongside them and we support them with skills training, discipleship, as well as providing a source of income so that they can be able to take care of their families. Now, in Uganda, we want to engage the golfing community because we believe that golf is more than a sport. It is it's actually a tool that can be used to engage people, where people can get together for a worthy cause. And so this year we want to raise support for those vulnerable women. Oh, by the way, last year we actually had a tournament and we were raising funding that would go to the skilling we wanted to revamp our vocation and technical institute where we have over 300 students from Watoto, young men, teenagers that are learning all kinds of crafts in terms of vocation and technical education. So last year we raised about 89 million Ugandan shillings and the money was used to purchase equipment. Some of the equipment is actually we needed to outfit the journalism and media class. So the students got to get new computers and new cameras. Then the automobile class also got a vehicle. We had the people in carpentry also being given equipment that they use. So last year was very, very successful. And this year we are raising the funding to support the vulnerable women. We want to see that at least 1,000 women are given a startup income to either boost their business or actually some of them don't have a business that they want to start, but they've received the skill in business.
Okay.
So we either want to help them, give them a package to start up their business, or those that are already doing something, probably a little mudala somewhere, we want to boost their business so that they are able to become economically sustainable and contribute to the development of the country.
Wow, that's a good one. Let me go to the golfer, Eddie. Eddie, you played golf before.
Yes, yeah.
And I know that you're a very good golf player. Though I've not tested you on the green, but I believe you are a good golf player.
Yes, yeah.
So what's unique about this year?
Okay, thank you very much. What's unique about this year in the Watoto Golf Tournament is the introduction of the Professional Golfers Association of Uganda. These are guys who plays golf for money.
Yeah.
They are professionals, they play the game for money. We are bringing them on board because we realize that the mothers we're talking about, the vulnerable mothers we're talking about in our society, in our communities, are the mothers of these golfers. Every great golfer out there, or every great sportsman out there, comes from a very, very low end of society, what we call vulnerable people in our society. Their mothers struggled so much to raise them. They found hope in sports. They started playing sports. And so such is the story of almost all professional golfers we have in Uganda. Come to think about it. We look at the likes of Deo Akope, who is a legend in Uganda. Where did he come from? A true legend of Uganda. Where did he come from? Started playing golf in Entebbe, around the barracks. The current seed one we're having in Uganda at the moment is Roland Rugumayo, playing in South Africa and going through his trials, seeing people, corporate companies coming to support him. Again, it's a story of he was a caddy, became a good player, and now he's representing Uganda. So where do these people come from? From these vulnerable mothers. So this year's tournament, this year's Watoto tournament is how do we link the gap between the professionals and the mothers? And we're saying when that professional comes and swing a club and gets a trophy, the mother receives the future, but the child starts the journey to becoming a professional. And that's what we're looking forward to. So this year we introduced the professional golfers to join. We're also introducing some new things around the sport called the shootout, which somebody gave us support towards that and says, you know what? I have seen the likes of Maweje, I've seen the likes of Kabuye, they are my coaches. But they don't really get to that level where they also win the money. To make the cut in golf is not a joke. Yes, you really, really have to be a good player. And so we're bringing some really interesting stuff about the tournament to, like Esther said, to spike it up, to give it more value, more flesh, to allow entertainment to happen. And so this year, bringing these guys on board will allow us to reach out to more people. But not only that, the plan is that when we bring the professionals together, yes, Watoto is raising these children. Yes, Watoto is giving them the life. And the mothers are there. Where are they going to end up? These people need to become the great human beings of our society tomorrow. And so what we're looking forward to here is developing the next set of professional golfers that are going to come from these kids, these children that we have within the Watoto villages. So we're talking about over the 5,000. Can we raise some serious golfers there? Can they come out to feed into the national basket of the sport in the country? Yes, and the journey starts now.
Okay, that is Eddie the golfer talking to us about what is going to be unique about the Watoto Golf Tournament this year. But of course, Julie is reminding me here that Watoto has raised sports stars. And I should tell Ugandans that our very own Arnold Odong, who is in actually the Cranes team, came from Watoto. Then also basketball side, you have Lydia Bavidie. So that's a good one, Julie, that I will see. I did not have these facts on my fingers. I'll be very honest with you.
There's also Rachel, who is currently playing Afro basketball right now. There's
with the Gazelles.
Yes, with the Gazelles. So we have a sports academy at Watoto, and this helps to identify and nurture talent from as early as primary. Arnold started playing at when he was in P5. And so that's when he picked interest and tried out soccer. And then when the coach realized this boy has a skill, then they fully enrolled him into the sports academy. So from his primary 5, he was in the sports academy. He went to high school and he participated in all those high school tournaments that were happening. And then from there he went to MUBS, and while in MUBS he played in Masaza Cup. And so that's how Sports Villa saw him and enlisted him to play professional soccer.
Okay.
So what years?
That takes us to the next question, Esther.
Yes.
When is the tournament going to take place and where is it going to take place?
The tournament is happening this week. We shall start
this week or this weekend?
This weekend. Well, I say this week because we are starting with the pros. There's an actual competition with the pros starting on Thursday and Friday, and then we end with we culminate with the tournament on Saturday. Okay. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the pros are playing, and then the rest of the people come to join to play on Saturday at the Uganda Golf Club, starting as early as 7 a.m. We are looking at 200 players filling that course.
On the flyer, I saw some prices on the flyer. So I'm asking if I want to be part of the Water Golf tournament, how do I register? And what can I partner with to be part of this tournament?
To be part of the tournament. So you can register as a team. Okay. You put together a team of 4 people. That's about 600,000 shillings. Yeah. And then you participate. If it's an organization, companies or corporate organizations are also putting together a team of 4, and you pay your 1 million shillings. Now, there are people who are new to golf. They've never touched the golf club. They are just there, but they're interested. So we also have a category for them, and we are inviting them to come and try out golf. There's going to be a golf clinic at only 8,000 shillings. Okay. By the way, for each amount that you see there, it directly contributes towards what we are raising for the mothers. So as a new golfer, you've never played golf before, there's an opportunity for you. Okay. As someone who has been playing golf, there's also an opportunity for you. And then as a corporate organization, you can also participate. Okay. Then there are those who just want to watch. They want to be in the gallery. We are giving them a chance.
Even those who are looking for spouses, so how can they be part of the tournament?
We are giving them a chance. So everyone, let's come this Saturday and feel that golf course at Kitant, at the Uganda Golf Club here at Kitant.
I want to come to you, Eddie. Yes. I want to understand, as we wind up, the categories of players invited. Yes. You mentioned earlier that the professionals will be coming in. Yes. You mentioned Dewa Kope, one of the greatest golfers Uganda's ever had. Yes. Take us through those who are invited.
Okay. So this year we've invited everyone to come. First, starting with the pros. The pros will start their day on Thursday, and on that day there is what we call a shootout. That's going to happen when the pros are
penalty shootout or a golf shootout.
A golf shootout. So what we call a shootout in the golf language will be what we call the nearest to the pin. Okay. For those who don't know, so you will see a professional stand from a distance and hit that ball, and the one that comes closest, there's 2 million shillings for them to share. Yeah. The ones who come closer. Oh wow! On top of the kitty for the pros this year, we received from a sponsor who says we want to include these guys to come on and be part of this and to broaden the spectrum of Watoto golf. And next year is going to be much better. So they are playing for 17 million shillings, and they will be giving back 5 million shillings to the cause, and they will share 10 million shillings plus another 2 million shillings on the shootout. So the shootout, please make sure you are at the Kitante Golf Course this Thursday. At 4 p.m. they are going to be shooting out. You'll be able to see the guy who hit that ball closest to the pin and try to actually put it in. And you're going to see what it means to be a professional playing golf. The golf ball is very small, but it can teach you patience and target. That's one. Then number 2, we have the subsidiaries who are going to be playing. So the pros are playing first of all from Thursday, Friday. The shootout is going to happen on Thursday at about 4, 5 o'clock. So please come and be part of the gallery. What we're calling gallery are people who walk the coast to watch these guys play. We're going to have Sadia Tibo, who is our club pros and the pros at Uganda Golf Club, basically take everyone through what it means to be in the gallery. When you're walking with the players, you are supposed to enjoy. It's like you're in an orchestra of listening to orchestra music or going to an orchestra event where you have to watch silently. You don't talk when the player is hitting the ball. So we're going to take you through, but come through and see that happening on Thursday. And then on Friday, they will play the second day. And those who make the cut will most likely going to be about, a cut is about maybe 12 or 15 of the 42 players playing. Those are the ones that are going to be now taking us through the pressure groups on Saturday at Uganda Golf Club. Then we have the subsidiaries. Everyone is invited. Like Esther said, just form a team of 4, 600K, come and support Watoto Golf. Those ones are going to be playing from Saturday, early in the morning until the evening. And then after that, we will have the 19th. When you come to Uganda Golf Club, you'll understand what the 19 is.
Thank you so much, Eddie. Of course, it's been a pleasure hosting you. Your final remarks, Esther.
Well, I just want to say, like I said earlier, golf is more than a sport. It's actually where it's an opportunity for people to engage and participate. It doesn't matter whether you're new to golf, you've never played golf before, you've played golf all your life, you're playing golf. Everyone can actually come on this journey, and together we enjoy the game while contributing towards a cause. So really inviting people to come and be part. Even if you just want to watch and find out what it is, you are welcome. Please come on Saturday and be part of the tournament.
Okay. Thanks so much, Esther and Eddie, for making time to come. And of course, as UBC, I don't know whether we are invited.
Very much invited.
Please
come.
You're invited and come and swing.
Come and swing.
Come and swing. If you haven't played, Ruben, I'm inviting you to the course. Come to the course that day.
Sophie Matov will represent us.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, Sophie, hi. There's a team, Sifao, Toyota.
Okay.
They are sending 20 women who have never played golf before
to
represent them and try. So, ladies,
we're going to send Julie and Sophie.
Please let them come. We're going to take them to the range and make them enjoy. And I want to leave with this, Ruben, saying, like, as you come in there, again, we're saying, when a pro is swinging for that trophy, remember that mother wins the future. And that child starts a new journey of becoming a professional player. So let's come and support.
Wow. With that, I'll end at this and have yourselves a lovely day. Bye for now.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement